Lovely. Hello and welcome to a nearly spooky episode of the Powerpod, episode 160, because everyone knows the spooky number is 161.
Yes. Well known. Fact.
Well known, because on each side of the devil's number 6, one stands.
Yeah, exactly. One united for some reason.
Oh, I just made that
One
up. I
symmetry.
Feel,
I think that kind of works.
I feel like we can make this work.
I think that kind of works. The symmetry of the devil.
It's all around us.
Yeah, think about it.
If you look around.
Think about it, man. Think about it, man.
Is it in the great wasteland of
Djibouti?
Is that where it is?
Yes.
I thought it was like Algeria or something. I was like, I don't know where.
Oh, they're fucking everywhere in Africa, yeah. The French, I mean.
Beau Travail, a recommended film for this episode. 1999, Claire Denis directed. Foreign Legion officer Galoup recalls his once glorious life training troops in the Gulf of Djibouti. His existence there was happy, strict and regimented until the arrival of a promising young recruit, Santan. Plants the seeds of jealousy in Galoup's mind.
Oh.
I shouldn't have paused there because like that.
Yeah, there's an odd pause, but
I was like, does that make sense?
And then it kind of ends. I do the same. Yeah, yeah. Galoo and Baloo and fucking Santan. They're they're kind of it's kind of hot.
French are doing things.
They're doing some weird shit in the desert.
Yeah, especially their movies. Like, okay.
Yeah, their movies and like everything is like, they really think very deeply about all the awful things they've done.
Yeah, I know.
And then they do nothing to change their behavior.
No, why would they? It's like,
why would they? We've already reckoned with it.
We feel bad about it.
We've thought it over.
So get over it.
We've processed it. We understand your emotions.
It's like, I empathize and I understand.
I hear you.
Yeah, I hear
you. Now you can stop talking and complaining. Yeah, Claire Denis. Yeah, it's the first movie I've seen by her. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I watched half of High Life and that was it. But I've never seen anything else by her. Yeah, no, I've never seen any of her other movies. But she's like one of those directors that like you hear a lot about. Maybe it is because of this movie. I think this is like the big one.
Yeah, this is her
masterpiece.
Yeah, her opus.
But I don't know, because I thought it was the same. The director of this was the same director of that really long film where it's like the woman's doing the same thing every day.
No Home Movie.
Well, yeah, the same director as that one. Yeah. What was her name?
I don't remember her name.
It was definitely Claire something as well.
Was it?
Or Charlotte, I think.
Charlotte, yeah, it was. No Home Movie.
Janam Dan, something like that.
Wait.
Is the name of the movie?
I just lost connection. I'm back. Her name is Chantal Ackerman.
Chantal Ackerman. I thought.
What was the movie she made?
It's like I think it's 4 hours long, and it's like the whole thing is that it's the same thing over and over again. It's about the repetition of life and women's roles in the home and something else. I think it's about sex work as well. I could be wrong on that, but apparently that film is phenomenally good. I think that was like the most recent Sight and Sound's like #1 film.
Really?
I think it was. I could be wrong with that, but I think it was.
Yeah. Damn. Have to get on that. Have you watched that?
No, it's 4 hours long.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Fair
There's so many like long films. I'm always like, I really want to watch that.
Like what?
Seven Samurai.
Seven Samurai.
I'd love to watch that movie, but that's like 3.5 hours long. I have A Brighter Summer Day on Blu-ray, which is an Edward Yang movie. It's 4 hours long. Haven't watched that. There's a trilogy that I have on Blu-ray, The Human Condition.
Okay.
Each one of those movies is 3 hours long.
9 hours long.
I haven't watched any of them.
You've watched Shat and Tango.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the the beast. Like
there's longer movies than that.
Decalogue. You watched Decalogue?
I only watched the first 3 episodes of that though. That's a TV show. I wouldn't even count that.
Okay.
There's a Filipino director. I cannot think of his name, but he has a movie about something life or something or other of life, and it is 13 hours long.
13 hours long.
Yeah, and I think it took him it took so long to shoot. He started shooting on film, then on video. Like as the film goes on, the quality gets better.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how long he was shooting the movie for.
Who's that for, though?
I have fucking no idea.
No one's watching it in the cinema, you know? You can't even have a premiere for it, you know? You can't have it on the streaming services. It's for art. Art's sake.
Evolution of a Filipino Family.
Evolution
by Lav Diaz.
Oh, okay.
That is the name of the movie. Evolution of Filipino.
Oh, that makes sense if it's actually... It's supposed to be shot over an extended period of time.
I think as well it's 10 hours and 43 minutes. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think I might say that it starts off being shot in film, but I know that like Boyhood was shot over the span of a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think this is the same deal. I could be wrong with that, but I think it's the same deal. But this one is like fucking feels like it's shot over the course of a couple of years. It is the 4th longest film ever made.
What's the longest film ever made?
At the time of its release. What is and it's also black and white. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Fucking hell. A 13-hour long movie that's in black and white. That's a Tagalog or whatever.
Fuck
it's
that.
like, Jesus. A poor farming clan tries to revive their lives during the authoritarian rule of the Marcos, where with each possibility of hope, the promise of collapse lurks on the horizon. That's mad. That's crazy. Okay. They're back in power now as well. That's the sad thing. God bless.
The longest film ever made is called Rezan, The Journey.
Oh.
Swedish film, directed by Peter Watkins.
Peter Watkins, yeah. He did War Game.
Structured around the themes of nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Ordinary people are asked about their awareness of the issues. With a running time of 14 hours and 33 minutes, Rezan is the longest experimental film ever made. What is it about? He filmed it in 12 countries. Structured... Oh, okay, right. It is a 14-hour and 30-minute documentary structured in 90-minute modules. It's a pacifist plea against nuclear arms. It consists of interviews with families. It's basically a fucking documentary.
Yeah, that's not a movie then.
Yeah, fuck that's boring.
Yeah, that's just like... There's loads of documentaries that are really long. He made one about the Paris Commune, which is... it's like a reenactment of... I think people in the modern day reenacting the Paris Commune in 1871. I remember I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. It sounds like really interesting. It's like an art movie. And it's like, you know, bringing this historical event into the present. And you know, you can pull all these things from it or whatever. And then I looked at the runtime, and it's 345 minutes, whatever that is in hours. It's like, is that 6 hours long?
345 would be 7.
7 hours long, like
nearly 7 hours long.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing
sorry,
that.
No, that would 345. Sorry, that would nearly 6 hours long.
Nearly 6 hours long. Yeah. That's the theatrical cut is 220 minutes. So
that's a lot
it's
more.
Only
reasonable.
3.5 hours long. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. There's another one as well. I think it's is it The Last Emperor of China or something like that? And I think it's 3 hours long. I've always wanted to watch it for some reason. There was something that drew me to it years ago. It's always been on my list.
Is that directed by
Bertolucci or something? It's someone.
Last Emperor of China.
Yeah.
Is that not George Miller?
No. But it's a big guy, a big name director anyway, and it's 3 hours long, and it's Chinese history from.
Last Emperor of China gives me the fucking actual fella.
It's Chinese history, like following his life.
The Last Emperor.
The Last Emperor, yeah. But I think it's 3 hours long, so I've never actually watched it. It's also hard to find. You can't find it anywhere.
I would also like to watch Malcolm X, that movie.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, that's 3 hours, isn't it? 3 hours and something.
That's 4 hours.
4 hours long.
Bertolucci also directed that Last Emperor. Yeah, there's all these movies. I'm like, oh man, but like, there is quite a lot to be said about sitting down and watching a long movie like that. I do think that it is worthwhile to watch movies that are that long.
You have to take a day off.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. You don't have to take off. You just don't do anything for the rest of your weekend.
Yeah. Set aside a rainy weekend.
I don't mean like a film that is like 12 hours long. I'm talking about just like a 4-hour long film.
Yeah.
Something, or even like 3 hours is.
3 hours is stretching it.
3 hours is, but like
it's doable. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I also think like, oh, my fucking toenail caught me fucking sock. Ow. That's what pulling me toenail out. Get the dogs out. Fuck me.
Jesus. It's getting sweaty in here.
What was I saying? Yeah, 3 hours is kind of pushing it, but I also think like a lot of people would like binge watch like 3 episodes of a TV show. No bother.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
it's pacing more so.
It is definitely pacing because every episode
movies don't pace themselves in a way that every episode's self-contained.
I also think that like narratively structured wise, TV shows now are a lot more easy to binge watch in 3 hours. Like I couldn't binge watch 3 episodes. I know that you did this with Sopranos, but I wouldn't be able to watch 3 episodes of The Sopranos back to back.
Yeah.
I didn't find it that hooking at the end of every episode.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I feel like I'd watch 3 episodes in a row, but like by the end of the 3rd episode, I wouldn't remember what had happened 2 episodes ago. I wouldn't really. I was just kind of watching it. Yeah. Passively. Whereas I have to if Dark Knight's on, I have to focus.
Yeah.
So what happened at the start of the movie? Why is Joker laughing like that?
Is he gonna win?
Is he winning? What happened to Harvey Dent? Yeah. But I'd love to watch them now. I'd love to watch them. But it's so hard these days. Can you find the time?
Time is such a finite resource.
Oh, it's so precious. It's so precious.
And
time is money.
I'm finding that I have less and less time.
Yeah. I have less time now that I do, like, the least amount of work I've probably ever done.
Yeah, I have shorter work days and somehow I have less time.
Yeah. It's fucked up. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't
know how it works. Or, like, do you just get more tired? Do you find yourself going to bed earlier?
Yeah, man, I need to go to bed earlier. That's the problem. I'm not going to bed early.
Yeah.
I'm going to I would have to get up because of where I'm working. I have to get up before 7 to get ready in time to be able to get out of the house. And
how long does it take you to get ready?
About 30 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
like 40 minutes. I like to eat in the morning, so 30-40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, but because of that, I was getting to work like half an hour early and just sitting in my car and like not doing much. So then I was like, well, I could just get up earlier and then go to the gym and then go. And like I don't work out in the I just walk on a treadmill in the morning. I'm not proper working out because I'm not doing that. But because I'm like, right, I'll get up at 6:30. I'm not going to bed enough time really
to sleep. Yeah.
I keep leaving it until like half 11 or 12 o'clock. I'm like, that's not enough sleep.
Yeah. I tend to leave it till probably 12:30 usually. I'm actually going to bed. But yeah, but like I feel like I should be going to bed, and like it's more like it's just a habit keeps you awake till 12:30 now.
Yeah, that's what I
like
have.
More and more so like I could actually go to bed right now. It's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but then I'd be wasting the rest of my day.
Yep.
And it's like, but I'm not actually doing anything with the rest. I'm just like watching YouTube or whatever, or like I'm not doing anything productive, or I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Or like and then I wake up the next day and do the exact same thing and don't accomplish anything again. And it's like, oh no, but I don't want to waste this last sliver of my day.
Yeah.
It's like, but I'm not actually doing it. It's anything. So rational.
I feel that as well because I'm like, oh man, I just want to. But I also just feel like, I don't know what it is. It takes me longer to do things, seemingly. I don't know what it is. Yeah. I was like, last night, like, after Mrs. over, we watched the movie, and then she went home, and it was 10:30 by that stage. And I was like, Grant, I'll just make my lunch and, get all my bits ready for tomorrow. And then it was 11:15. I was like, how did that take me 45 minutes?
Yeah. That's actually so
like
true.
I did
as
cook.
well.
I was cooking, but like, Jesus, it didn't feel like it should have taken 45 fucking minutes to do that.
Yeah, time does move faster. Like it takes, like the units of time. 15 minutes used to be a reasonable unit of time. I'll do this in 15 minutes, or be like, I'll walk to school in 15-minute blocks. That's kind of how I lived my life for many years. Now it's like a 45. I was like, oh, I need to go to the shops. It's about a 10-minute walk away. I'm gonna have to set aside about an hour to get that done. So why am I spending an hour doing that? What am I doing? I get into the shop and I just like disappear into fucking the nether for like 30 minutes.
I was meeting up with Melissa beforehand, like, and I was in the shop for 45 minutes before she got there. I swear to God, I only got there, and I just got lost in the fucking in the cereal section for like fucking 20 minutes. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah, I found like time is just rapidly accelerating. And like the other day I was like, oh, I'll go over to like Pavilions and lunch, and like go take it, get a few bits, whatever. Got into the car, drove there. It is literally what I would say like a 5-minute fucking drive. 20 minutes went by before I got there. I was like, how did this happen? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it drives you mad. Yeah, there's weird time loop stuff, and then it's just like, oh no, there's this thing I'm looking forward to. It's too far away. It's in December, and then you're like, oh no, December, like that'd be. She was only, August there, like a minute ago.
Yep.
And then you're like,
what happened in September?
Well, I'm like wishing away my weeks.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I going to accomplish? Or like, week just like flies by, and like, oh, thank God it's the weekend. But what did I do for the previous 5 days?
Yeah.
Nothing. Didn't accomplish anything at all.
I was out on Saturday. Went to Tengu, and we were
missing time.
Oh, you want to talk about time just disappearing?
Time dilation.
I feel like we had got there, and then all of a sudden it was closing time. I feel like I went to the toilet 3 times, and then the night was over.
Should they have the signs in the toilet for that? You can contact the staff and just tell them.
Help! I'm
caught in the time loop. Call the ambulance and all.
You know what's a little you want to talk about fucking prices going up? Remember we went to Tengu like a while ago?
That was 2018.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. No.
Jesus Christ! I was like, there's no way it was that long ago. It
was like a 5 or 6 quid for a drink, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was €5. I remember. I remember it was €5.
Sake and like ginger or something.
Yeah, it's €8 now.
€8. You see, they got their VAT cut as well in the budget. All the hospitality, all the pubs and stuff.
I won't make a difference to us. I guarantee you.
I won't make a single difference to us. No, I was just gonna pass on to them. It makes 0 sense. Yeah, like every drink is double the price in like 3 years. €8 because the sake is only like 15%. You cannot even like. You might as well just get Coke.
You might as well just Coke. Stick with the water that they have there on tap.
Yeah.
I should just do that.
That water is delicious as well.
It is delicious.
Yeah,
it's the tastiest water
ever. It's so tasty.
But yeah, €8. Like, what the fuck? Because it was literally like, I said it to one of my friends. I was like, man, that €5 sake and ginger's getting milked.
Yeah.
No, I had 3 of them. I was fucking like,
it was broke.
Disgusting.
The city's gone to the dogs.
Truly. Truly.
Oh, we're getting old.
I feel old. And I think this is the time thing. I'm like, how is it already Tuesday?
Man, that's the office life. It's the office warp, I'm like, it
grinds you. Oh man, Wednesday's hump day. Man, I don't feel the hump at all. I'm like, it was like, how is it already Wednesday?
Yeah, how's it already Tuesday? And it's it's only Wednesday. Yeah,
it's basically Wednesday.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Yeah. That's the one thing I actually despise about going out on a Saturday. Sunday's just gone. Sunday is just gone. And you're like, oh, well, didn't do anything all weekend. And now it's work tomorrow. Great.
Yeah, true. I don't really mind Mondays, though.
I don't mind Mondays either. Yeah, it's just the Monday is just, you got that
you're like,
full stretch in front of you. Like,
it's like back to prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, my yard time's up.
Yeah.
Back to the box.
Back into the hole.
Yeah, back in the hole. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But yeah, sure. Look, it's Halloween, and we can get cozy around the fire.
Watch a few spooky movies.
We can watch a few spooky movies in the dark. Spangers going off. Cats screeching at night. People fighting in the streets.
It's just so
There's
cozy.
An air of danger everywhere, and it just gets so dark so early. I love the darkness.
Still warm though.
It's still fucking roasting. It's awful. I was sweating balls last night. I woke up this morning. I stank this morning.
I woke up and like, I'm so warm.
I was sweating. It was horrendous. I left the window wide open as well. Didn't even work. But But yeah, no, watching a few scary movies. I watched The Conjuring full series. They're recently. More recently, I've been into Insidious.
Right.
So the sister series of The Conjuring, because I think they're both produced by your man James Wan, I believe.
Let's just say that. That might not be true. Let's just say
whatever.
that.
Let's pretend that's true. Then they both have your man Patrick Wilson, Pat the Goat Wilson.
Yeah, man. Horror icon.
Yeah. He's in his own right. He's in a league of his own. But yeah, I rewatched the Insidious series. Well, not rewatched. I rewatched the first two movies. I've never seen the third or fourth, and I still have never seen the third or fourth because I didn't want to watch them because they go off into this kind of it's a different path. They go off on a tangent and follow a different family for the same reasons, and it's just like
it more so it follows your one, the Ghostbuster in it.
Oh, the old lady.
Yeah, the old lady. It follows her.
Oh, I hate her. I found her so annoying. Yeah,
she's the one that it follows. At least I haven't seen the Ghost Key, whatever I said it was called.
Yeah.
I've never seen that one, but I've seen Insidious 3.
Chapter 3.
The Last Key.
Okay. Yeah. The first two. Now, I remember the first one. This came out in 2009. I thought it came out much more recently.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, Insidious 1.
2010. Okay, it's 2010. But
2010,
still,
yeah.
I would have still said that it was like 2012.
I would have thought, same time as Conjuring, but it's quite a bit earlier.
Okay, this is directed by James Wan.
It is.
It is.
Oh, I knew. It's all the same folk. But yeah, it's written by Lee Winnell, and he's in it as well.
And he directed the second one.
He directed the second one as well.
Yeah.
That kind of explains it, because this is the thing. This is the rub, I rewatched the first one. I remember it being very good. And it's linked with The Conjuring in my mind, even though they're like 4 or 5 years apart. And rewatched with Orla, and I don't know, man. It just didn't hit. Didn't hit the same way. You rewatch Conjuring, and it's like, this is a classic. This is a classic, and it's exactly how I remember it. And all the scares still hit the same way. Rewatch Insidious, and it's like, this is Ham City. This is a pack of Denny's.
Like kitschy?
This is kitschy, yeah. It's kitschy, but like it doesn't flow very well. I don't think it flowed very well. It's very kitschy in I don't know. It's like a haunted house kind of way.
Yeah.
But Conjuring is literally a haunted house movie, but I feel like it has there's like a heft to all the genre conventions of it.
I also wonder if it's like it's like a period piece.
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. So that adds to this like
the mystique,
or more like prestige that it has going on.
Definitely, I'd say, yeah, because Insidious is set in the present day. And
it is. Yeah,
and it's not about ghosts necessarily. It's about astral projection, which is like,
it's like woke.
It's some woke Tumblr bullshit, man.
It's something that James Wan heard on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Yeah, they opened their third eye and just like transported into a different dimension. Patrick Wilson was cursed with as a kid, but it was wiped from his memory. His mom didn't tell him about it. Then he passes it on to his son. Essentially, his son is possessed by demons are trying to possess him, and he falls into a coma because he's so fucked up from dreaming too much. He gets lost in the dream world, and the demons are closing in, and they're like also in the house as well, because like the veil between the barrier is very thin between our world and theirs, because he's kind of the center of all this psychic energy, and then Patrick Wilson has to go in and save his child, and resolve his childhood trauma. But it's just the way kind of. But it's your man Lee Winnell, like, and he's in the movie as well, and he's the assistant to the psychic woman. She has two assistants, two like kind of funny assistants, and they're good. And he's a good writer. He's a good writer. He's a good horror writer.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a good actor as well.
Yeah, he's good actor. And a good comic relief. But I think it's just his style of writing. It's more. I don't know how to put it. It's just more kitschy. Like, you're not talking about like classic like, if you think of like classic horror writers like an Edgar Allan Poe, he's like a kind of, he's like a Jack Ketchum or something like that. He's hitting all the beats for the most part. But it just doesn't click the same way to me anyway. But it's just a fun little movie anyway. But it's just bizarre how it didn't translate to my memory of it being a lot better than I thought it actually was, which was, a bit disappointing.
I would have thought that this would have held up a bit more.
So yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
So did I. That's why I stuck it on.
I also I wonder if it's kind of the same thing with we always talk about the Babadook, and how like the Babadook, first time watching the Babadook, really, that hit.
Yeah.
But on subsequent watches, I'm like, this is kind of shite.
This is not it.
Yeah, this is not as good as I remember it being.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. It might be because we were a bit younger watching it. Because we were. Yeah, I was like 12 when it came out. I think I watched it when it came out as well. And then I followed the second one, and I kind of fell off. But in my head, there were like 3 or 4 movies that I watched. But they're probably just movies in my head that I'd made up. Because I astral projected. Because I astral projected into the dream dimension, or maybe I'm astral projecting right now, and I'm in a universe where there's only 2 Insidious movies. But yeah, it's just weird. It's strange. It didn't hold up, and like at the end, for example, if you remember the ending, like the ending is a total cliffhanger.
Yes.
Like a complete cliffhanger, which is cool.
Remember being scary. The ending is pretty scary. Like just the phone. You're like, oh shit.
You're like, what the fuck's happening? But it's so hammy. It's very, very hammy in a way that The Conjuring isn't.
Yeah.
Because this movie's made in 2010. The next one doesn't come out until like 2013. So they weren't planning on making a second one. Otherwise, they would have had it ready to go. But they just decided to leave. They just wrote the movie with a massive cliffhanger at the end, which kind of like
makes people want. I say they did. They're like, I want this to be a franchise, so we're gonna leave this as a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'll see what happens with the movie. Yeah.
What do you think about it? Because I've only ever seen I've seen I've seen Insidious 1 at least twice, and I can remember pretty good. I've seen Insidious 2 once, and I don't remember anything about that movie, but I remember being like, "Oh, this is like a cool mystery."
Yeah. Like Insidious 2 is more solid.
Yeah,
I would say, like, as in it's just cleaner, and
I remember being
a bit more sensible,
like interesting and kind of cool. I can't remember why, but I remember it being like, like watching it even when I was younger, being like, I am not scared by anything in this movie, but this is interesting.
Yeah, because it's more of a mystery movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and it's not really a mystery movie, but it's more like a psychological thriller because Patrick Wilson was possessed at the end because he wanted to save his son. He's possessed by a demon, the demon that chased him when he was a kid.
The weird woman.
And it turns out it was actually, like it's some guy that was dressed up as a woman and abused and was like, and then was killed loads of people or something like that. But he was a real person anyway, apparently in the movie. And the last movie ends with him coming back and he kills the psychic girl and whatever, and he's possessed by this demon. That's the cliffhanger. It's like, oh look, he's come back and he saved us, but he's possessed as well. And then the second movie is him being possessed, having murdered the psychic, but like his family can't be like, you have to go or like report it to the police because it's like, he's been possessed by a demon in the psychic realm, and it's just them living. It's like a domestic kind of thriller for a while because it's just them living with him. And him being a creepy kind of possessed guy, and then being like, "Oh fuck, he's possessed," for like 45 minutes.
What are we gonna do about this?
Yeah,
nothing.
But it's an interesting. What would you do about that? Like, you can't really tell him to leave, because it's like because he can follow you or whatever.
Go get another Ghostbuster.
But you kill the only other one, and but it's good. It's more put together, I would say. But I was surprised with the fifth one, the one that came out this year.
Yeah,
the last.
Let's just call it the third one.
Let's call it the third one. Yeah.
I don't understand why you would. Well, I guess I think it's not so funny that they call it like Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2. Random names for the middle two, and then they call this one the Red Door. They don't call it
the
Conjuring.
Red Door. Yeah,
It's not like where, it's the newest Conjuring movie called
Last Rites.
Yeah, it's not even called Conjuring 4.
No, yeah.
But there's 1 and 2, and then they just stopped naming them like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, to be fair, the third Conjuring is called
The Devil
Made Me Do It. It's a terrible name.
It's a terrible name.
Terrible name for a movie.
Yeah.
But this was called The Red Door, I assume because it's like the first one. They don't have another one lined up, but if it's done well, they will make one with the kid. because
apparently there isn't. They're gonna make another one.
There is one. Oh fuck yeah. Well that. Yeah, because it's kind of it's hinted at because the kid is back, and the kid who was in it originally, he was in quite a bit back in the day. He was in Iron Man 3.
He's
he was
in a few movies.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
He was in Insidious.
He's in Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, yeah. And then he fell off the map. But he's returned in Insidious, The Red Door, which came out this year at some point. And it's about the family, and Patrick Wilson's directed this movie, and him and the wife have split up and divorced, like off screen, and he's going around and he's wearing his shorts and his divorced dad gear.
Oh, he's the most divorced dad going.
He's extremely divorced, and the movie's more of a family drama, but not like necessarily like a psychological thriller. It's about him coming to terms with his own trauma as a child, which is bled into his fatherhood basically, and ruined his relationship with his family, and his son dealing with the absence of his father, the psychic damage that he had to shoulder, but which he still kind of passed on to his son, and how they kind of come to terms with their own third eye abilities, and they have to go back into the evil dimension as well a few times. But the kid's gone off to college, and it's kind of that dynamic between the divorced dad who wants to be close to his son, or just the dad who wants to be close to his son. The son is like, "Fuck you, dad. I'm my own man now." And also there's ghosts and demons.
How did you try to kill us when we were younger?
That's actually a big plot point. Yeah, he's like, he calls him at one point. He's like, because they wipe their memories after every movie in this series.
Just Men in Black it.
Yeah. And he calls him at one point. He's like, "Dad, I remember you trying to kill me." And he's like, "I don't remember that. That didn't happen." And then they flash back to him like with his hands around his neck. But yeah, it's just that stuff. But it's a solid movie. It's actually pretty good.
I thought like Patrick Wilson's like first directed movie. I'm like
It's pretty good. Yeah.
It's pretty all right.
It's all right. Like it's pretty good. But the thing is, I enjoyed it more than the first one.
That's crazy.
That's the saddest thing.
Yeah,
that's the sad thing. But yeah. It's kind of like with Conjuring 4. I enjoyed Conjuring 4 more than I did 2 and 3.
Interesting.
It's weird. It's really fucked up. It's
that
scary.
is really fucked up. That is really fucked up to say. Like,
it's messed up. You can't predict movies these days. But this was it's more twists and turns ahead. But this Insidious overall, it's definitely a 7 out of 10 franchise.
Really?
Maybe 6 out of 10. Maybe a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'd say 6 out of 10. Yeah.
Like I'd say like Conjuring is like 8.
Oh, it's 8.
It's an 8.
It's 8, yeah, because the first one's peak. Next 3 are solid.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
They're like 6, 7s.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all right. They're not great.
What are we've talked about this. I think Evil Dead is the one that we always go back to saying that's the best horror franchise.
Evil Dead, yeah. That's so insanely consistent.
Is The Conjuring the best modern horror franchise?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
It probably is.
Definitely is.
I can't think of any other modern. I guess Final Destination was relatively modern.
Saw
as well, yeah. We were saying that as well before the podcast. That Saw is like a classic horror film at this stage. Yeah, I feel like it's a movie that not many people have seen.
Yeah, because what is there 11 of them, 10 of them now?
I think in total there's 12. There's 10 mainline ones.
Yeah, and there's a Jigsaw movie, isn't there?
No, sorry, there is 10. There's Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it's Jigsaw, Spiral. I think it's Saw X. I think Saw X is the 10th one.
Has to be.
But I only named 8 movies there.
There's another one in there somewhere.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people wouldn't have seen maybe the first one because it's grown out of proportion.
I think it's also it's...
Whereas I feel everyone defines Conjuring Insidious by the first movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely Saw grew outside of the original movie. But I also think that Saw and Hostel were
Hostel, yeah.
Torture porn movies that people did not want to watch. That they're people don't like that in horror films. I feel like torture is something that people don't want to watch.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. But Saw 1 isn't really a torture movie. That's the weird thing.
It's not really.
Yeah.
Even like the later ones are way more torturey, but like that first film is definitely not. It is just what that franchise became was that.
Yeah.
Whereas Hostel is like just a torture movie, and it is dog shit. That movie is terrible.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's so bad. There's one good bit in that movie, and I think I've said it on the podcast before, but it's where a guy's about to cut off a girl's toe or something like that, or a fella's toe. He's about to cut off a guy's toe, and he's like squeezing down on it, and then it cuts to someone cutting their toenail.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, I felt that.
Whoa, montage. Yeah, that's your man,
Eli Roth.
Yeah,
he's dog shit, man.
He is dog, isn't he?
I've seen a handful of his movies. They're all shite.
I've actually never seen. Don't think I've seen any of his stuff at all.
I think I've seen. I remember seeing Cabin Fever when I was younger. That movie's about like people getting sick and throwing up blood and vomit a lot. And then they die, and then it passes on to other people. Something like that. Shite.
Yeah. Fuck Eli Roth.
Yeah. You know what? I just also get the feeling that Eli Roth is like a weird dude. I don't know why.
I think he definitely is. Whatever it is, it's something we both would have read at some point. That he's definitely evil.
Or friends with people that are evil.
Or he's like Israeli or something.
So yeah.
There's something about him.
Hey, you directed Borderlands? Jesus. He directed a new Borderlands movie as well. He's part of a group called the Splat Pack.
Oh, fuck that.
Because of the association on focus on the horror genre. That alone is enough.
Yeah, no. Who else is in the Splat Pack?
I don't know. Actually, I've never even heard of it.
It's just him.
Who do you think is in the Splat Pack?
The Splat Pack. It could be the Splat Pack. I don't know. I don't really know many of them. The splatter movies.
Okay, right. Okay, well, we've named two of them. Lee Wanell and James Wan.
Oh, they're in the Splat Pack.
They're in the Splat Pack. Rob Zombie.
Okay, yeah.
Neil Marshall.
Who's
and that? I have no idea. And Alexander Aja. Neil Marshall. He directed The Descent and Dog Soldiers.
Oh yes.
Okay, so Splat Pack does not mean that you made like really gory movies. Alexander
It means
Aja,
you made a horror movie.
It just means you did a horror movie. Oh well, okay, I said that, but then Alexander Aja made the remake of The Hills of Eyes.
Oh yeah.
And made High Tension, which is like a key French extremity movie.
Oh.
And Piranha 3D.
Well, yeah, fair enough. He's definitely a splat brother.
He's definitely a splat. Characteristics: extreme violence and gore, low budgets and creative freedom, subversive and outsider image, fervent fan base. That was more difficult to say than it should have been. Well, I mean, like James Wan and Lee Wanell, like they didn't really do much.
Just did Saw.
They just did Saw, but the first Saw movie isn't that.
It's a splatter movie, yeah.
The rest of them, sure, but
they threw them in to pad out the Splat Pack because it was thin as fuck before them came. They came in like. It's like no one's writing a book about Neil Marshall and Eli Roth and fucking Alexander Aja.
I think literally just that they just made horror movies in the 2000s. Interesting. It is funny though because like even Final Destination is just like crazy gory deaths. What is it with the 2000s? It's just we're trying to make like. But like, I say that they literally like the video nasties were that as well.
Yeah, true. But you don't get that as much now. Well, I suppose you do. You definitely do.
Actually,
it's the exact same. Yeah.
The horror stuff.
But they're not as mainstream though, are they?
You get Terrifier. Terrifier is pretty fucking mainstream at this stage.
Yeah, it is. But like that's it. No.
That I would. Is that it? Probably. Yeah.
That's kind of it. Like, that's kind of if you like splatter movies, you see Terrifier. Whereas before, I feel like it would have been a broader, like range of people going to see Hostel and like The Descent and all that.
And there's
like a general horror.
There's also more of those movies.
Than now.
Like there's way more. Like there's like you had the Saw franchise, you had Final Destination, you had the Halloween remake and the Friday 13th remake and all these like. There are definitely way more violence and way more like gory than the stuff we see now. I can't think of like. I also think that we don't have slashers really anymore, so that might be part of it.
Yeah, What's that about?
What does that say?
What does that mean?
Like, what are the horror movies? What are the big horror movies that now? They're all
now.
psychological and woke.
Yeah, they're all about trauma.
Yeah, they're all about trauma.
Even Halloween was literally, but still, like, you know. Yeah, I don't know. What does that mean? Like, the 2000s seems like a very cruel time, you know.
Do you think they will end up in that? Because it's like you get because obviously horror reflects, and I think now that we've said like, oh, all the horror movies reflected trauma, definitely reflects a culture that is more in tune with psychological issues, or people that are more aware of it and able to talk about their traumas, essentially.
Yeah, definitely.
That's probably like, and like the 2000s. I mean, you had Iraq, you had Iran, you had 9/11, you had all that type of stuff where violence is being shown a lot. Maybe that's
well, also like TV was more cruel as well, you know. It's like all British, like X Factor, and like it's just humiliation just ritual, mean. And like, you know, the one about taking people's like houses away during the crash. Yeah, it's like they used to go on TV. It wouldn't last these days. You know, you wouldn't really get away with that. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe it would.
But then, then the question is like, what horror films are we going to get? And the only way to answer that question is to predict what type of culture or society that we're going to have. Then the horror films will reflect that.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Crueler or...
I'll tell you what, German Expressionism is about to make a fucking comeback.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah. Very stark shadows in this new, the latest Ari Aster.
We just had a Nosferatu movie, like.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is literally yeah. He's the guy. He's the guy.
We're about to have a fucking Metropolis remake or some shit.
Yeah, Robert Eggers is the fucking Antichrist. He's the
harbinger of fascism.
Yeah, he's the fucking trumpeter at the end of the world. Yeah. You think it's going to get crueler or woke? Is there woke backlash coming, or are we getting?
We're bad. I think the woke backlash is well and truly in full swing.
Is it in swing? Yeah.
Oh, I think we're going to get very cruel movies. I actually think that Terrifier might be the one that is like kind of. Terrifier 3 is the meanest movie I have ever seen.
Is it aware of being mean?
Oh, or is it fully aware of its cruelty?
But is it like purposefully? Is it gratuitous? You know?
Yes, 100%.
So is it just a cruel? Is it a fascist movie?
It's not a fascist movie because it's like the main character is a woman. So, and she's a really good final girl, and it is also dealing with her trauma, but also. I don't know. These movies are really just made to show people getting their shit wrecked.
Yeah. I don't know. Where do we go from here?
Where are we going? I don't know.
I'd like to go back to haunted house movies.
They were so much cozier. There's something cozy.
So cozy, yeah.
But like when you say like, I want to go back to haunted house movies. Haunted house movies now are also just reflections of. Oh man, the house is haunted because trauma. Because
I didn't speak to my dad for 10 years, or like it's like the people in the attic, they're actually inside my head this entire time, and I've been cruel to my family for no reason, you know.
Although I say that, and a lot of horror films, a lot of like haunted house movies and stuff like that, back in the day were like, oh, it was built on an ancient Indian burial ground or some shit like that. It's like that is also the land's trauma, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's way more interesting.
It's way more interesting.
Some random guy, and it's like, oh, he was sad when he was younger, and it's like now his ghost.
The house contained his anger.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the land is haunted.
Yeah,
you know, because you can have trauma is like an actual thing that everyone knows you can have. Land being haunted, no one knows what's going on there. You know.
Yeah.
It's like everyone has a feeling there's something weird going on. It's folk horror, you know.
That was something that I watched, that big long fucking folk horror documentary. Do you ever watch that documentary?
What's it called?
Dark,
I remember
and
you
twisted.
It's where you told me about this.
It's 2.5 hours long of just listing folk horror films.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Dark and Twisted.
It's something like that. If you just look up,
I'll look it up.
Folk horror documentary, it'll be the first one that comes up. It is literally like 2.5 hours, but it's just going through a bunch of folk horror films, and calling films that I wouldn't have initially thought as folk horror, and then explaining them like, I can see why you'd.
Yeah.
That is like,
is it Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched? I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
I think I did see that. And it's your man. It's a British guy and he talks about like, fucking what was it? Witchfinder General and all that.
Yeah. He starts off with like the big three,
yeah,
and then just talks about like. My watch list exploded after that. Well, I haven't watched any of them, but my watch list did explode because so many of them are so hard to find.
Yeah, there's one I've been hunting for many a year now. BBC Play for Today, Redshift. It's been I've been waiting for that for a while, but it's like you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah,
you can't buy it. It's not anywhere online.
Yeah,
but it exists somewhere, and apparently it's very good.
I really want to watch. It's called Requiem for a Village.
Requiem for a Village.
Yeah, that's another one where like it's like a town wakes up and things are weird. Something like that.
And you can't find it.
I haven't properly looked, but it is. It's also I know that it's a British. That's a BBC Play for Today. It's like, oh god, that's gonna be so hard to find.
Yeah. My god.
Yeah.
I have to watch that. That's going on the list as well.
But movies are good.
Movies are good.
And there are still good movies coming out, like One Battle After Another, which I got to see. The new PTA movie that's blowing up is like this. Okay, this movie isn't just going to win Best Picture. Like I don't think.
Yeah.
I can't see anything coming out that will get this. I think the PTA has it locked in basically for winning Best Picture with this movie.
Has he ever won Best? Well, yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
What do you think about that movie? I've seen that movie once years ago, and I cannot remember anything about it.
Watched it in TY, and then we watched it. I watched it when I was in college as well. I don't think it was part of the course though.
No, I don't think so.
But I don't remember being like too mad about it.
I like every time I watch a PTA movie, I'm like, I really like that, but like, it didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
Punch Drunk Love, I absolutely love because I'm like, this is such a weirdly heartfelt movie about a man with autism. Probably, I don't know what's going on in that movie, but that's like the one I think that was my favorite. But then Boogie Nights is also just like, they're all just like. It was an excellent movie. You know what I mean?
That was a film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved The Master for ages. Just because it looks incredible.
That's the thing. All of his movies look incredible.
They look insane. And I remember I didn't really like Inherent Vice. I liked Inherent Vice, but like I just found it was kind of long, and it took some of the I don't know, whatever I felt in the book, I didn't feel like it was really in the movie, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, There Will Be Blood. Maybe something I have to rewatch. I know it's like 3 hours long though.
It is quite long. It's like one of those like modern American epics.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't. I also think it's one of those movies where I'm like, I know that it's talking about like, it's like religion and it's like a Christ thing going on. It's about oil, blood, milkshake drinking and stuff like that.
Milkshakes, bowling.
When I watched it when I was younger, I was like, I don't know what the fuck this movie's talking about.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I remember in school they made us write a paper about it, or like an essay. And like I had no idea what it was really about. Like, you know, there's father-son dynamics, oil. It was like
American exceptionalism.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I think it's definitely
maybe rewatch it.
Definitely a film I need to rewatch. Yeah. But Inherent Vice is probably the best one to compare to One Battle After Another, because both films are based on Thomas Pynchon novels. Inherent Vice, named after the book Inherent Vice, and then One Battle After Another is Vineland, which is his. I actually think Vineland is his first book.
Vineland, isn't that after Crying of? I always get confused. Is V first? Vineland's more recent, because Vineland's set in the 80s.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, V is the first one. Is V there? Do I have V? I have all of them. Yes. Okay. Right. So yeah, it goes V, Crying Love 49, Gravity Rainbow, and Vineland. So Vineland is the one that he makes after of his big, epic Gravity Rainbow. And I've read Vineland and I can't fucking remember anything about it. And it's funny, before this film, I'd seen the trailers for this film, I picked up Vineland earlier this year and I was like, I kind of want to reread this. And I started reading it and I was like, this is pretty good, and I just put it down and didn't read any more of it.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing. I actually brought it on holiday as well. I got like 150 pages in and I just didn't pick it back up when I get back.
I think I need to actually like.
You need to proper be on it.
Yeah, I think that's the fucking problem. You can't just like
Yeah.
casually read Pynchon.
Yeah, because like, that's what I kind of found as well. Like, there's, like it's hard to unless you, like if you're going back after, because I remember I tried to pick it up a few times, after there'd been a break, and I couldn't really remember what had happened in the previous like 30 pages before, because it's so dense, like in terms of like what's happening, like the narrative, because it's all wordplay and stuff and like dialogue driven. But like it just jumps from scene to scene like very, very quickly.
And that was
things happen and you kind of forget about them.
Gravity's Rainbow literally fucking destroyed my reading because of that.
Yeah.
Because you're saying like, oh, like you take breaks. I was reading that book every day and I wouldn't fucking remember what happened the day before. Or like I'd read a page and then get on to the next page and not know what had happened from the page beforehand.
It's just too confusing. It was too speedy.
Too confusing, jumping all around the place, different characters. I'm like, and like I feel like I remember like reading a synopsis afterwards, and like literally the synopsis was basically, I don't know, I have no idea what happened in this chapter either, bro. But the one thing I love about Pynchon is his parodies and his musings on the history, because he's a hippie.
He was a hippie. He was a big hippie guy,
and he also used to be in the Navy. And I think those two things kind of inform a lot of his thoughts. Especially at the very least in his writings. So, second PTA film based on a Pynchon book, and again I don't really remember much about the book, but I have read the book, but basically meant nothing going into this film. This film is about a group of revolutionaries, and basically what happens is at the start of the movie they go into this internment camp, basically, not like a
concentration camp,
like a refugee camp that they have going on now at the borders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like one of those, where they just have people just chained and locked up, and just like, we're just gonna leave them there, because they're a bunch of illegals. And so what happens is that this group go in, and I'm gonna pull up the actor's name. Remember, because I'm fucking terrible with actors' names. So we got Sean Penn, who is playing Lockjaw, and he's basically like the general that's looking after this spot. And then Leo DiCaprio and Regina Hall. I think no, that's not her. Tiana Taylor. There you go. Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor walks in. And instantly, there's like this sexual tension between Tiana Taylor and Sean Penn, even though that Tiana Taylor is with Leo DiCaprio, and that's been established. It's weird sexual energies going on there, and she makes him walk outside with a big boner after telling him to get it up. And so he's like, "I'm coming after you for what you did." And we flash forward. Tiana is pregnant, gives birth to a kid, and she's like, "I can't deal with this," and basically like continues being a revolutionary, while Leo DiCaprio's like, "We need to stay here and take care of the kid." And she's like, "No, you're not gonna hold me down." And she goes off, gets caught by Sean Penn, ends up doing stuff with Sean Penn sexually, and then basically rats when she gets caught by the feds. And then we fast forward about like 16 years later, and Sean Penn is coming back after Leo and the kid, and that's basically what the movie's about. And it is, like I said before, like I've watched like PTA movies and not been blown away by his movies. This film fucking blew me away. Like,
that's good.
It is, and I the reason why I think this movie is just like legit in my review for Letterboxd, like this is awe-inspiring writing of a film, is there is a constant clip and pace to this movie that at no stage lets up. And I think maybe it is a perfect like kind of thing in Inherent Vice where like, oh, I don't like, there's something missing from the Inherent Vice film that's in the book. And they're probably, I can't remember the book, but the thing that this film replicates from Pynchon's books is that constant pace of just moving, and there's like weird characters that are just coming in and they're doing their weird shit and then they're back out, and like it was like the big villains of this film is like the cult of Saint Nick, and they're a bunch of extreme white supremacists, and they say "Hail Saint Nick."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And like they're the super bad of this movie, but this movie's about like revolutions and revolutions failing, and then if a revolution fails, you must try again at some stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
There will always be another battle until you succeed. But there's a 30 to 40 minute sequence in the middle of this movie, which is basically the middle fucking section of this film, which I think is I think it's the point where people are like, this film is absolutely excellent, because you have like Leo DiCaprio doing his thing, trying to find Willa, his daughter, and then Willa's escaping with the other revolutionaries, so he goes to Benicio del Toro, and Del Toro is like, okay, right, I'm going to help you, but you got to come with me, we got to go to here. And while they're going there, they're basically getting ice raids coming after them, and so he's like, right, we need a roundup, because he's there protecting a bunch of like Mexican people living in his house, so he's getting that already. And at the same time, there's riots out in the street, and meanwhile the riots are going off in the street, the police are going here and here and here, and it's like jumping back and forth between all these different opposing factions, and it is just so exciting.
Yeah.
It is so exciting. There's one bit, and it was the bit where I was like, this movie fucking gets it. Like, in terms of like, I'm gonna talk about some of the issues with some vague racism the film probably has at the start. But at one point I was like, this movie is like speaking to me, or like I know what this film is putting down, where like, again, there's like riots building up in the streets and tensions are rising, so a cop just walks over, picks up a thing, and like speaks in, is like, yeah, send out K or whatever. So then a police like van pulls up, someone gets out dressed as one of the rioters, puts up his hood, runs over and just fucks a Molotov cocktail at the police, and then it sparks, and then it just all go ahead, and it's like, because that's what they do.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
That's what happens. That's what they do. And then its whole like political message at the end of the film is basically, Leo DiCaprio literally does nothing the entire movie. He is not like a hero at all. He is a fuck up and does nothing throughout the entire film. And so it is basically like, some people, like, the youth will take on the failures of their
take the mantle,
and continue on the fight, even if like you're like the parents were complete failures in what they tried to achieve. The children though are the hope, and possibly is where the freedom will come from. It's like, it's like, it is the same thing as Penda's Fen.
Yeah.
Like, not the exact, like, because Penda's Fen, it says it way better, but it is the same general thing where it's like we failed, but you must take on the mantle and continue this good fight. And like, but it's also, you know, it's just incredibly well shot. The music in this film, it's like jazz throughout the film. That again, like, it's like that whiplash, like jazz pace that like keeps the film going at a great clip. It's incredibly well acted. It's just so, like, in terms of like filmmaking, it is excellence, absolute excellence.
Jesus, yeah. So 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Bit racist though.
Bit racist.
Oh,
the beginning.
Bit of sexualization of black women, and like
she's the rat.
She's the right. It's not even the fact that she's a rat, but like, it's like weirdly racially sexual.
Okay, yeah.
Like I was like, I don't know what it is with this movie, but I'm not feeling it. And Melissa said it afterwards, and I've heard it being said by other like black like reviewers that I follow on like YouTube and stuff like that. And they were all by Melissa said as well, like, it's like weird that like the black mother is depicted as being unfit to be a mother, and so bails on her kids while the lovely white dad stays at home. But the film is also saying that the mom never wanted to become. She's a revolutionary.
Yeah.
She's not a mother, because she's, and like the dad can afford to stay at home and live a comfy life as a white man. Meanwhile, the black woman can't do that because she will never have the comforts that he has. But it is also weirdly sexualizing her and the other black women that are in the movie, which is like, oh,
yeah, what's
going on there?
What's that about?
What's that? That's a bit, don't know about that.
PTA.
So there is definitely that. It is certainly.
It's a bit odd.
It is a bit odd, and it is like once you hear, you're like, yeah, no, it is doing that.
Yeah.
It certainly is doing that.
I suppose it can't be perfect, you know.
There is a character called Jungle Pussy.
Jungle Pussy, but that's such a pinching name, isn't it?
I do think though that some of it is like pinching, because in the original book, Pynchon is talking about like they're all white is the people that he's talking about, and so for whatever reason, because PTA is trying to be woke, he's like, I'm gonna make them black and just, it will be fine. But then your message is it's a bit twisted. Then
doesn't translate perfectly.
Because then you're no longer talking about like white hippies failing. You're now talking about like black people failing and black, like kind of alluding to like Black Panthers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be a bit dodge. I suppose it's all the same boat. They all failed, you know.
So it's just the 60s and 70s failures.
The failures, the people who ruined the world, who ruined everything. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I'll have to go see it.
Definitely.
3 hours.
It's 2.5.
Doesn't feel it though.
Does not feel it. Does not feel it.
Yeah, I have to watch. I'll have to go see that. While it's still in cinemas, I'd like to see it on the big screen if possible. Yeah. You have to see it. Would you recommend?
I'd recommend the big screen.
Yeah.
You don't have to see it in the biggest screen, but the big screen is definitely necessary. More so just for the sound, because the fucking sound of this movie is excellent.
The sound, yeah. Very good. I might see it with Carl or something.
Yeah.
Because he was saying he wanted to go see it. Yeah, it sounds very good. I didn't know. I thought it was like a rip-off of Pynchon to begin with when I first read about it. Because was it very clear from the beginning that this was an adaptation of Vineland?
I did not know that at all until you said it to me. I think you told me that it's based off, or I read somewhere that it was based off Vineland. I was like, I did not know that at all. I never knew that.
Yeah, because I read somewhere that it was a rip-off of Vineland for some reason. But then if you look at it, like it's an adaptation.
I think it literally.
It's a full-on
I do
adaptation.
think it says
it credits
like
Pynchon,
and everything like that. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's great though, Pynchon, and maybe he'll get an Oscar. And people, you see, there's a new book today. There's a new book came out today.
Oh, there's a new book today.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the reason why he was writing. He's like, I gotta get a book out because.
Yeah. He'll have one of the books with the movie on the cover and all. Now a major motion picture.
That's my copy of fucking Inherent Vice.
Same,
is that.
yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna check. What's the name of his new book?
What's it called? Sharp Knife or something like that. It's definitely not called that. It's called something like that anyway. It's 2 words anyway. That's it today. Just come out.
Come on, what's it called? Shadow Ticket.
Shadow Ticket. Jeez, I was nowhere near. It's about usual bullshit.
304 pages. Milwaukee, 1932, the Great Depression going full blast. Repeal of prohibition just around the corner. Al Capone in the federal pen. The private investigation business shifting from labor management relations to more domestic kind. Hicks McTaggart. That's such a Pynchon name.
Hicks McTaggart. Yeah, that sounds digestible.
Yeah, it's 300 pages as well.
Yeah, that's solid.
Very good.
And there's a guy. He's a guy you can count on as well. You know, you can.
Yeah, modern Pynchon is like fucking excellent.
He's still got it.
Yeah.
Well, based off Inherent Vice anyway.
Inherent Vice and Bleeding Edge is also. I think Bleeding Edge is his last one. Is also excellent.
Yeah, he's probably the greatest living writer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who else is living?
I'm saying that I haven't even read fucking Gravity's Rainbow. I just assumed that's like the greatest book.
But people do say that like it is the greatest book of all time because it's like that, like Ulysses are like in the same.
Yeah, the postmodern Ulysses, whatever.
Political fucking kind of.
Yeah.
You write the postmodern Ulysses.
Yeah.
You're regarded as one of the greatest writers of all time.
You're the guy, and he doesn't have any of that weird Epstein shit that McCarthy had, and he wrote all those weird books at the end and then died. It was like the whole weird pedo stuff came out about him as well.
The best thing with Thomas Pynchon, we don't know anything about him.
Maybe that's why he's anonymous.
I think it's a real fucked up shit.
Yeah, no, he's solid guy. Yeah, I'm sure.
I hope.
We'll never know. Hopefully,
I really hope he is, because I got a fucking tattoo on my leg. God, that'd be unfortunate.
Yeah. No, it's a cool tattoo. It's a cool symbol. Everyone loves a symbol.
Everyone loves a symbol.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll have to go see it.
Yeah, I do.
I'm hyped now. I'm hyped.
Tell me, is Bodies solid, or did you think Bodies is solid?
I thought Bodies was very solid.
Yeah, I think so. I
thought it was solid. I thought it was it's like
wildly enjoyable movie.
There's not a huge amount to say about this movie, but like it's just like a funny movie, and it has
it's a good horror comedy.
It's a great horror comedy. It's a funny concept. It has the whole lot of bait and switch kind of things going on.
The twist of what actually happened.
The twist at the end is,
for fuck's sake,
is hilarious. And I'd actually seen the very end of this movie before. I think I walked in while Carl was watching or something. And I just saw the ending of like Pete Davidson just cutting his own throat with the machete, and I was like, "What the fuck is this movie?" And then the credits rolled. And I was like, "Oh, whatever." And I remember seeing, I knew it was Bodies, but then I stuck it on again because I had this idea of, this is a good movie for some reason in my head. I stuck it on again, and I completely forgot about the twist. Mm-hmm. So I was like surprising again. I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm such an idiot." It's like, yeah, that's the whole thing.
Idiot is him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's very funny. A lot of the new kids on the block, the up and comers.
What's her name?
Of the time, Rachel Sennett.
Yeah, is that?
And I think that's her name.
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, she was in
Shiva
Bottoms Baby? And Shiva Baby.
Yes, she's very good.
She's very good. Yeah, she's very, very funny, especially in this movie. And Pete Davidson's very good. Yeah, a bunch of friends are hanging out. A bunch of rich friends are hanging out in a mansion that is owned by the parents of one of the people.
Conor O'Malley's in this movie.
Conor O'Malley's in it as well. Yeah, that's that. He's the surprise twist at the end.
I was like, there's someone else in this movie. Yeah.
Because for a while you think you're aware of his character. He's like the weird, jealous ex-boyfriend, and for a while you think it's him, even though you never see him. Mm-hmm. You think he's the killer, and he just shows up at the end. It's Conor O'Malley. And he's like, man, what happened here? And it's very funny, but yeah, they're all holed up in this big mansion, and they play a game of they play Bodies, which I've never heard of. Apparently it's a real game where you go around just you kill people in the dark, and the person's to play dead, and there's some weird rules. When people start actually dying, and they get paranoid about it, and they're not sure who the killer is, and there's one of the girls is the fish out of water. The kind of the main character is the girl who played Ivanka Trump in The Apprentice as well. She's very good, and it's a very funny movie. I thought, and a lot of great twists, because you have no idea. I'd seen the end of the movie, and I had no idea what the actual what the twist was, or who the killer was. It turns out they've got themselves worked up into a tiz over nothing really at the end of the day.
Bunch of silly
geese is what happened. And it's just a solid movie. Yeah, it's a good, solid horror comedy,
which is hard to come by. I feel like horror comedies are hard to come by.
They are, yeah, they really are. I feel like they age very quickly.
They do.
I feel like this might age.
Probably, yeah.
I feel like it pretty age quite a bit.
But for now, it's good.
For now, it's very enjoyable. Yeah. I highly recommend viewers watch this movie.
I recommend
even though it's been out for several years at this stage.
Yeah, when did this come out? 2022?
Something like that, yeah. This is I'm an old man reviewing ancient movies at this point. 2022.
Well, the director of this did Baby Girl.
Did which?
That movie Baby Girl. It's got what's her one's name? Her one that's in Eyes Wide Shut.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman.
Oh, with the fella with your man from Ned Kelly in 1917.
Yeah, and she's fucking
riding him.
Yeah, she's riding him. She's cheating. I think she's like a teacher or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
I'll have to sit down to watch this as well.
Very quickly as well, I watched I Swear, which is a new movie. I saw it screen unseen, and it was the opening pick for whatever day I saw this. It's funny, because I went into this movie and I was like, I would love this to be the Smashing Machine, but there's no fucking way that it's going to be the Smashing Machine.
Why?
I just had a feeling, I was like, there's no way it's going to be that. And I was like, it could also be one battle after another. And if it is, I'm going to be pissed because I've paid tickets.
Yeah.
No, I had, because one battle after another hadn't come out yet.
Oh, yeah.
But I had paid for IMAX to go see it. I was like, I will walk out if that's the movie because I'm not watching it that way. So...
just imagine
the
title card comes up and you just fucking walk out the movie.
Oh,
everyone's like, what's up with him?
What's this shite?
Fucking woke nonsense.
I've seen people, because this movie is about
the most anticipated movie of the year. Just get up and immediately walk out.
You get to see it before anyone else. Oh, bullshit, I'm fuming. But I've seen, like, because this movie's about a guy with Tourette's, so I've literally seen, like, people recording it. It comes up saying, I swear, and people just go, fuck. Just how loud
yeah.
So yeah, this is about a guy with Tourette's. I'm gonna pull up the guy's name because he's an actual person.
Does he have Tourette's?
He does. This is based on an actual person. Story. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is based on John Davidson, who is an actual person. It's the fella that in the 80s when he's growing up, he developed Tourette's, and basically his life was fucking destroyed because it was at a time where, like, there was no education about it, no awareness about it. People didn't know anything about Tourette's. They just thought, like, you're a dickhead, basically, or like you're making it up. And so he started doing a lot of work raising awareness about Tourette's, and people, like, learned from him about it more. And then eventually he got awarded by the Queen. And at the end of this movie as well, which is something that I did not know was a thing, like, at all, that they're, like, it shows that in 2021 or 2 or 3 maybe, whatever, sometime in the 20s, he's asked to go to the University of Leeds, as to say, or Leicester, whatever the fuck it is, and he's given this, like, little wristband that gives, like, a little electric shock to him, but it lets him control any twitches or urges, so he's able to just walk around and be completely fine. And this is an actual thing.
So he's cured Tourette's.
It's not like a cure, and it doesn't work for everybody. But, like, it's still, like, they're still trying it out. But it, like, he, like, in the movie, and I'm sure in real life as well, that they have this thing where you can wear it, and it, like, helps subdue the tics and stuff like that.
Oh right, yeah.
Which is, like, mad.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. But so watching this movie starts off pretty good, but a kid, and he gets Tourette's, and the acting throughout this movie is phenomenal. The acting is, like, across the board is great. But he gets Tourette's, and again, it's 1980s Scotland, so they're like, what the fuck? Like, the dad literally leaves. He's like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this.
Really?
And, yeah, full on. The dad's like, I'm not dealing with this. There's something right. My kid's fucking stupid. I'm not dealing with this.
And walks
out of the home. He
That's ridiculous.
He gets expelled from school. Because he's disruptive.
Yeah.
And he can't get a job, so he's, like, living with his mom, and his siblings move out and everything else, but he has to stay home with his mom, and his mom is, like, not supportive of it whatsoever. She's like, would you just stop? He's taking medication that, like, will subdue it slightly but not properly, and then he's just walking in the shops, and he comes across his old school friend. What's the word I'm looking for? Schoolmates, yeah. I think I was trying to say childhood and school at the same time.
Schoolhood. And
I was saying schoolhood. I was like, what word am I looking for there?
Doesn't make sense, though.
Comes across him, and he's like, oh, do you want to come over to the fam? And he's just like, oh, like, I'm not really, like, I can't. And he's like, no, come on over. My mom would love to meet you. She's dying of cancer, so, you know, you have to. And he's just like, oh, like, I really don't want to. And then she comes out, she's like, get in. And so he comes into the house, and she used to work as a psychological nurse, so she starts to help him. And basically it's just about him, like, it's just his life, but like, a lot of this movie is just waiting for him to do something that gets him in trouble. For about an hour of this movie is just that. Like he goes on a night out, and you're like, well, I know what's gonna happen, because he's gonna like he's gonna have a twitch or something like that and punch someone, and he punches someone and gets into a fight, and then that comes back into later. He's walking down the street and he calls a girl a slut, and I'm like, well, that's gonna end up great. He gets the absolute shit kicked out of him by these random people. He, for whatever reason, at one stage, he doesn't get a job, and but he is I think her name is BB or whatever her name. She's like, oh, we'll put you in one of the council gaffs in one of the flats. Like, that'll be great if you get a bit of independence. That sounds like a terrible idea. Immediately he is taken advantage of by people, and they try to stick drugs on him, and then he almost gets caught by the police, and he has to then move back home with her and stuff like that. And, like, it's just loads of stuff like that. I'm like, this is like,
this poor guy.
Poor lad. He's going through the fucking the shits of it. And I was sitting there, I'm like, this movie is going on and on. It is like well acted and everything, but this is going fucking on and on. Like, I checked my watch twice in this film, and it's only a 2 hour long film. I checked my watch twice. We were an hour and a half into this movie, and the movie starts with him getting like knighted or whatever the fuck he gets, and we're an hour and a half into the movie, and we haven't even touched on what he has done to get awarded by the Queen. And we're like, there's half an hour left, and that includes credits. So then he just randomly one day he's working, and someone's like, "Oh, my kid's got Tourette's. Could you help? Could you like talk to her?" And he's like, "Yeah, no worries." And talks to her and bonds with her and makes her feel not alone. And he's like, "Oh, this is a good idea. I might do like a day of this." And then 15 minutes later, he's getting knighted by the Queen, because they just blast you this montage of him getting all these people together, and then it's really fucking stupid. Like, there's a bit where he's like, just in one scene in this montage, he's like, "Oh, I'd love to go to a library, but like I've never got to go to a library." And then the big climactic bit at the end of the movie when he has the little wristband, which is a thing that she established like 8 minutes ago. He goes into a library and he's like, "Oh, I'm finally here." And it's like, that's not a thing in this movie.
I'm finally here. After I said I wanted to be here 8 minutes ago.
8 minutes ago. Oh, man. Isn't this cathartic?
What an arc.
What the fuck? There's even, like, the stuff, like, characters aren't fully developed, because there's this whole, like, I forgot that he had siblings, because they know they're at the start of the movie, none of them speak, and then at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, sorry, I'm so late, and you're like, oh, this is like a wife or a girlfriend, and it's like, oh, yeah, this is just my sister, and she's like, oh, how are you, and whatever, and it's like, what? And this is like this big happy moment. I don't know about this.
Maybe they're in the director's cut.
I feel like there's another cut in this movie that is way longer, because like there is
3.5 movie.
I really
movie about a guy with Tourette's.
Somehow I think that like there's too much of like of him just suffering. Now, the thing is, though, that it is an eye-opening movie, and like it does make you think. Like, it's not something I ever thought about, is people dealing with Tourette's, but how incredibly isolating that must have been and still is. How difficult it is. How like just like it's like saying something and someone just fucking attacking you for what you've just said, because and they're not even going to listen, even if they're aware of the fact that you have Tourette's. They're not going to. They might not even accept that and just still kick the shit out of you. They're like isolation and difficult. Like, he's like, at one point he's like, I would love to, I've never had a girlfriend. One of the parents asks like about their kids, like, oh, have you ever had a relationship? He's like, no, never. And like, it's not something I could even possibly go towards, because how can anyone do that? And it's like, he's talking about, but don't worry, education and acceptance is how these things come about, and blah, 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 blah. So in terms of that type of stuff, it is excellent. It has incredible pacing issues and is intensely repetitive. And like, genuinely at the one point I was like, this, like, nothing, we're an hour and a half in this movie and not a single nice thing has happened to him at all. Like, he gets a job, and that is it. He gets a minimum wage job, and that is the fucking high point. And then his mate dies, and you're like, great, cool, great. His one friend from work fucking dies. You're like, great. And it's like an hour and a half of just misery. And it's I don't know. I feel like
you think about all the people that didn't get knighthoods. You know?
Yeah, what about me?
It's even sadder, you know? Like, they didn't...
Yeah, all the people with Tourette's.
They just had Tourette's.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else remarkable about them.
No.
But they have all... Their life just doesn't have the last half hour of that movie.
No.
It's grim.
Yeah, it is. It is and like... It's like, this is a very upsetting movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff in this film that is really just someone getting constantly abused. And there's, like, one bit where, like, a police officer like goes after him and then just randomly stops him in the street and he goes, "Oh no, I'm a sergeant now and now I wanna learn from you." And like, what the fuck? What? So
learn what?
He wants to learn about Tourette's and help the police understand more.
The police?
Yeah.
What are you, a fed?
Yeah. So, but regardless, it is like it's a very sad movie, very eye-opening movie, and like very well acted. Has pacing issues, might be a bit too sad, with not enough. Like there is some comedies, and like some of the tics and things that he say are played for laughs. Like, he first meets this woman like that's gonna help him, and he goes, "You're gonna die of cancer, you fat bitch," and he goes, "I'm so sorry." So there's stuff like that. But again, like, he does say stuff to some people and he gets his fucking shit wrecked. So
yeah. Yeah, it's so grim.
But it is a very good movie. It is a good movie.
Yeah,
I would recommend.
It's not a feel good movie, no.
By the end of the movie, it is.
Yeah.
By the end, it is, because it is like, yeah, John's still doing, because he's still alive, and it's like he's, you know, it's like this movie ends in 2023 or something like that. So like,
yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, he's still, you know, he's still doing stuff. He's still, you know,
he's still doing bits.
He's still doing bits. He's still being an activist and, you know, helping educate people.
Yeah,
so
very good. Yeah, Tourette's, man. It sounds like such a fake thing,
doesn't
like,
it?
It
really, like,
to live with something like that, you know.
It is something that's like, it's mad that is a
the vocal tics, because I think I know people that have like physical tics.
Yes,
well, I think everyone has physical tics to some extent. Just things that they do.
Yeah, something.
You know?
But like this is like, you know,
or like, you know, like they have I've met people that have like spasms or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but like to have a verbal tic where you can't help but like say
the most offensive,
inappropriate things. Yeah. Oh, that would be like, that must be awful to live with. Very sad.
I do like I'm not, again, like, I don't know much about Tourette's, but I'm like,
yeah,
what is it that causes that? Why can't they just say something nice? Like, not just be like, why can't you say something nice? But what is it that makes them say something like abhorrent to someone?
Or maybe it's the same way you're like, oh, you just say like, for fuck's sake, if something, it's like it's an automatic response that you just say based on stimulus. Something that happens,
Maybe,
you're saying, oh, fuck's sake. But you don't even think about saying it.
Maybe there is no Tourette's where they do. People do say, like, you know, the nicest thing possible.
Yeah. Maybe there's a flip side to it. Yeah.
I don't know.
You have lovely eyes. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean that.
What'd you say, baby bird? You gay? But yeah, like,
it sounds like a very British movie.
Oh, it's a very British film.
It's like such a British movie.
Yeah. It's just like, it is a British film, but you know, it's set in Scotland, so it's even bleaker.
Yeah, it's so fucking bleak.
It's even fucking bleaker. But it is good. It is worth the watch. I feel like it's gonna be like an underrated little film from this year.
I swear.
I swear, this movie is underrated.
I swear it's good.
Right, we go for a quick break.
Let's go for a break.
And now, on to our recommended film of the episode. Beau Travail, 1999, directed by Claire Denis. An ex-Foreign Legion officer recalls his experience in the Gulf of Djibouti. That's a lot easier.
That's it.
This is the, like, Google one.
It's the abridged version. Yeah. Beau Travail.
I'm not surprised.
Good work.
That is that short, because fuck all happens in this movie.
This is a plotless movie.
Yeah.
Plotless.
This is a movie where dick all happens.
Literally.
But it's still...
What did you think of this movie, Owen? What's your take?
This movie was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah. I had a feeling that this film was going to be slow, that there wasn't going to be much going on. But I was surprised by how actual little was going on in this movie. Like, literally, I thought things would just take a while to happen, but in this movie, nothing happens for quite a long time. And then all of a sudden, things start happening, and then it ends.
Yeah.
But having said that, I was sitting there and I was like, I'm going to hit pause, and I'm praying to sweet Jesus that I feel like an hour has gone by, and I'm praying to God that I hit pause and it doesn't say like 20 minutes or half an hour.
Yeah.
It said 55 minutes. I was like, okay, thank God.
Fair enough.
Thank God.
Fair enough.
But it is definitely a film that feels a lot longer than it is, but that's, you know, kind of a given. It is also only 90 minutes, so because I often feel like slow movies a lot of the time are over are like 2 hours long.
They're gratuitous.
Yeah, and it's like,
it doesn't need to be this long.
That's the thing about this film. I feel like this film did exactly what it needed to do within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah. It's a slow movie. Like, that's the movie that it is. Like, it's not paced weirdly. It is a slow movie, but it's still a short movie.
It is still short.
So it has scenes, not even scenes. It's just the camera's just staring into nothing for ages. And you're like, would this ever fucking come on? Like, would something ever happen? But like, oh, it's only 90 minutes. So like, it happens, or things don't happen. But like, I didn't feel like I was wasting my time just sitting there, because it's all part of the meditation of it.
Yeah,
it's a meditation. It's a weird kind of hypnotic. It's like a giant music video.
It is. I also think though that there's the narrator speaking, and it wasn't until I looked it up about 45 minutes into the film that I knew who the narrator was. I didn't know that the main character is the commanding officer. I fully thought it was the young fella the entire way through the film.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
This narration doesn't make any sense as to what is going on.
Yeah. No, it's your man with
the weird face.
Yeah, with the very French face.
Yeah, he's the most French looking dude I've ever seen.
Very French. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's stuff like that where like I was like, who? And I was the one that missed that. Regardless, though, I couldn't catch up and be like, who the fuck is speaking? Because he speaks so quietly, and like not like there's fuck all dialogue in this movie. So
you just miss it, yeah.
Like
very easy to miss it. And yeah, it's all subtitles as well. So like, yeah, I was eating while I was watching it. I'd have to go back a few times because I was like, I'd look away to eat, and I look back. I'd heard he'd said something, and I go back. I'd be like, oh, I have to go back and read the subtitles, and then I'd just be like some random bullshit about like, you know,
training,
yeah, or whatever. And I'd be like, oh well, that was a waste. So just because you just kind of, you don't even really need you do need the subtitles about 2/3 away into the movie, because I found that kind of hard to follow for a while. What exactly was happening?
Most of it is like, if you look,
yeah,
it's just
visual.
The images make sense. Like there's been this film where I was like, okay, this is obviously like, this is pretty gay. This is pretty homoerotic. What's going on?
Yeah.
And then there's the like head general dude is staring out at his young legion of men that are all out in the water, you know, splashing around, having fun, you know, in their jocks. And he's looking at them through a chained fence, and they're blocked off from him. And I was like, yes, I can see.
Ooh la la.
I wonder what this movie is trying to say.
What was it you're trying to say?
So, like, some images are like, yep, I get what you're putting down, movie.
Yeah, this is a very homoerotic movie, and yeah, obviously. Yes, it's about the French Foreign Legion in Djibouti, and they're deployed out there, and they're just kind of like doing they're training, and
training for a battle or a war that never comes.
They're training, so they can extract resources from the country that they're stationed in, or whatever, you know. And it's just a small troop, and the commanding officer or whatever he's called is
Bruno, who's the top dude, and then Galoup.
Galou, yeah, he's the middle guy, But he's like a big fan of Bruno.
Big fan.
But he's also gay for the other for one of his troops.
Yeah.
He's like he's drawn to one of his troops who's like recently come in, Santan. And for some reason he's like immediately threatened by his
piece of shit.
Yeah. So like he's redirecting his repressed, I don't know, romantic or sexual desires into like aggression. You know, and
very masculine thing to do.
Very, very masculine thing to do. Very, very Western thing to do. Very colonial thing to do. You know, and but he has a girlfriend as well, a local girlfriend, who I'm not really sure what her role is in the movie, except to kind of dance and stay around. There's stuff. There's a lot of stuff about the movie's obviously set in Djibouti, with with a troop of the French Foreign Legion. So there's a lot about colonialism, but I'm not sure what that is beyond what I just said. It's like, redirected, repressed desires and urges, kind of pointless aggression based on nothing, stuff like that. But yeah, what was your take on those themes?
Yeah, my kind of take with this movie, because this movie was exactly what I was expecting it to be, and I was waiting for the movie to just hit and like give me like something or say something that would like, oh man, that's it, that's like tops, that's insightful, or that has me hooked. And the only time that happened was literally the very last fucking shot of the film, and it's like with him dancing with the rhythm of the night. That is the only bit in this movie where I was like, oh, I'm feeling emotion from this film. Outside of that, the entire way through was like, I felt like the fucking desert that they're in, just dry and dehydrated and uninspired.
Yeah. There is something
outside of like the bits where they're training, because I think the bits where they're training is like heavily focused on their form and their body, and like really like the bit where like they're like, there's a bit where like they're like smashing into each other, like hugging, but getting like increasingly more aggressive as they're doing it. I was like, but again, I was like one of those things like, I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying, movie.
Yeah.
Like but it is like, it is one of those things where like it is showing like, and literally just like not through dialogue, like literally just like physically showing this theme of repressed male anger and urges and homoeroticism and the idea of adventure. It is like colonialism, all that stuff,
all that fun stuff
that we learned in like English in college.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all there.
But I feel like it didn't say anything deeper than what I've like read in books before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
But I think that like part of it though is that like it is using the visual form to tell this, and it is very well in doing that. But I don't know about, like, this is regarded as like one of the greatest films I've ever made.
Yeah, I appreciate this movie, but I'm not sure what that's about. And we've come across a few of these movies now where we have no real idea where the acclaim comes from.
Like high, super high acclaim. Like, I think this movie, like Sight and Sound, like top 10 films ever made and stuff like that.
Well, but to be fair, like as a film, like it's such a film.
I do think that Sight and Sound is very focused on like
the visual
medium,
visual aspects,
which makes it sight and sound. Like that makes sense. And through sights and sounds, this film tells its story more or less, outside of the bits where like there's full blown dialogue to explain what's going on. But like the way that they train is like dancing. Like there's a bit where like they're basically doing a ballet stretch on the ground, but this is meant to be them preparing for war. or battles and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and be hyper, masculine. But we're basically doing ballet, to this music that's playing on top, and that is like again reinforcing the themes of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But those themes are very, yeah.
And
Like I just gave it a thumbs up. Like yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like was it Maya Deren?
Yes.
The short films that she would make where it's all like dancing or whatever, and it's telling the story through the visual medium. This film is extremely good at that because you don't really need. There's a few minutes where probably you do need guidance from dialogue or subtitles or whatever, but you could get the gist of the movie by just watching it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really need to listen or to hear what they're saying or to understand what they're saying. And it's an incredibly beautiful movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's really like it's very
beautifully shot.
Very beautifully shot.
Composition at the wazoo.
Yeah, and it's
music is stellar.
Yeah, the music, and it's like very slow, like kind of hypnotic. Like as a composition, it's incredible. Like formally.
Yeah.
But like beyond that, I'm not sure, because I feel like we definitely we kind of prefer to be we want to be able to read an essay about it afterwards, and sometimes that isn't the case.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of movies, and you could just say that maybe that isn't the point of movies at all. Like some movies don't have to be read that way.
This movie's artistic. It's the art form of
it's
film.
An art piece. Yeah. You could write. I'm sure you could write loads of essays about this movie and really analyze it. But like I'd say in the same way that you could, analyze like a painting. And like I don't really like reading about that stuff, I don't really care about paintings. It's a visual feast. It's an incredible movie to watch, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but it's not. I didn't feel much thematically beyond what's kind of like the obvious.
Yeah. I also think that like something has to be said about like I know that the characters in this movie aren't like really like they're not really characters at all.
Yeah.
But like I think there's nothing like human wise to latch onto that makes it more difficult for me. But I guess like literally like the landscape is the character in this movie. Like,
yeah, and the fact they're in the Foreign Legion, and they're a colonial force.
Yeah, you wouldn't want them to be humanized.
Yeah,
kind of.
Well, they're not. The whole thing is they can't be human. Like that's what all the drills are about. Like digging holes for no reason. And all that. They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have characters. And I suppose maybe it's like the individuality of Sentan. Like he demonstrates empathy to some extent with his fellow soldiers, but they all kind of do in a way. Like they have a bit of a bond. Yeah, a bit of a camaraderie going. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's just like it's you dig the hole and you kind of know what you're gonna find there. But there's probably a bit more beyond that. But I don't think it's too deep.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too deep. I think it's fairly straightforward. It's definitely the visual component of it, and the ending's pretty funny, pretty cool.
Yes.
He goes back.
Reebok or
the repressed major or whoever he is, Galou, goes back to France because he's been dishonorably discharged for attempting to kill Sentan by dropping him
in the middle of the desert.
In the middle of the desert in a salt flat, and ask him to walk back after tampering with his compass to make sure that he can't come back. So he attempts to murder him. And Bruno's obviously like, yeah, you fucked up. You got to go home. And it's like so. It's just played so straight. It's really grim and bleak. And it's him like doing his bed up in the classic military fashion. And he lies down on the bed and he has a gun in his hand. And he has this thing tattooed in his chest as well. And he repeats this mantra that he has about doing the job well or something like that.
Yes, God, or something like that.
Serve or die or something to do with that. So you're like, oh, he's about to kill himself. But then it cuts to him in a nightclub doing fucking The Worm and all.
Oh man, that was some spin he did.
And Rhythm of the Night is playing, and it's like, oh, but like I think the meaning of that is like really obvious, but it's surprising and it's funny. That's a great song.
What did you take it as meaning wise?
Well, he's let go. He's just kind of he's back in civilian society. He's back to civvy, even though at the beginning he said, I can't survive in civilian society. So he's surviving pretty well on that dance floor right now.
You're serving, my boy.
You're serving.
Yeah.
So yeah, like maybe it's the contrast there. He can only truly be free on the dance floor, and it's the same as like.
That's what I understood from this movie. It was a man can only be truly free on the dance floor.
But like the thing is, like, that's such a French thing for the
is.
movie to be about as well. You know, like that's like that could be the actual. I think it is, like, that's pretty much it. And yeah, the dancing, like, the movie is basically just dancing. Like all the drills are just, it's them doing like complicated choreographed routines that are based on actual drills that they would have done in the French Foreign Legion. But yeah, then he does a solo dance number at the end, and he's free.
He really spins.
And he spins.
He really spins. Like,
yeah.
that's a bit that, like,
He goes bloody mental.
That's a bit that threw me. I was like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it's good. It's not like, you know. I prefer to watch some fellas dig a hole the week before.
Oh, I preferred Latrue, definitely. I preferred Latrue.
There's something way more mesmerizing with them smashing at that concrete than there was with they were digging holes in this movie that wasn't as good. The holes in the other movie were way better.
The holes in this movie were nowhere near as good.
I tell you what.
These French.
They love digging holes, but some of them are way better.
But yeah, no, I still liked it. I have to say. I was a fan of it.
I thought it was grand.
It was a work of art.
It's even funny because, like, I was like, oh, what's those, I never thought, like, what Beau Travail meant. And I was like, oh yeah, that means, like, good work or, like, beautiful work or something like that. And I was like, oh, it's about the army. I think I know what this movie might be about. I have a feeling I might understand already what this film's talking about. But yeah, like, yeah. Do you have a film for episode 161?
Yes, I do. So, our recommended film is In the Dark, which is a film from 2000, and a homemade DIY film, which I know next to nothing about, but I've heard that some people think it's quite good.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, it's based on a book, so it's on YouTube as well, so fairly accessible. And we'll see if there's anything to it next time.
It's a spooky one, and it's nearly spooky season.
It's nearly spooky. There'll be plenty of spooky things going on next episode.
Can't wait for spooky things.
It's actually, next one is our Halloween episode, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. I think the one afterwards kind of will be more because 21st. Well, one afterwards will be 4th of November, so.
Yeah.
That'll be like the spooky, you know, the post-spooks.
The post-spooks, yeah.
All right, we'll leave that there. Good night. God bless.
Bye.